Hey, hello everyone out there in social media land. We hope you guys are doing well out there today. We're glad to be here. We're here for another segment of our Integrity Initiative podcast. This is episode 2. Episode 1 was amazing. We had a wonderful time, and we're just glad to be here. I'm your boy Henry A. Nash. I'm glad to be here today, and
I'm Jesse Camarillo.
all right, glad
My brother's psychic.
glad to have you. So, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing well, brother. Just trying to stay out this heat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's just trying to find a cool spot, huh?
There you go.
But again, it's good to be here today. We're glad you guys are tuning in for episode 2 of our podcast. So we want to tell you a little bit about what this podcast is about and what it entails. When we record these podcasts, we try to do them in 30-minute segments. So we try to do a part 1 and a part 2 of whatever our topic of discussion may be. So a lot of information will be coming out, and if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to share them with us and everything. So our first episode is already out there available for you guys to go watch. You can watch it on YouTube, or you can also see it on Facebook, and it's also on Spotify. It's called the Integrity Initiative. So pull it up and check it out, and y'all hear what we got to share with you guys. I believe that you really like it. So Jesse, you want to tell a little bit about why we come together for this podcast once a month?
I tell you, one of our primary focuses is just set an atmosphere where our listeners can listen and hear words of encouragement, be enriched and be edified.
Yeah.
We also strive to provide some strategies and principles that people can live by.
Yeah, man.
And especially when they're considering what's next.
Mm-hmm.
We're also, again, in a setting where we're inviting anybody and everybody to come and listen, especially those that are pondering what's next. So as you tune in, those that are listening, as you tune in, we just desire that you follow, like, comment, and share the initiative, the Integrity Initiative podcast. I promise you it's going to be a blessing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah. And again, as I stated earlier, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to let us know. And also in the comment section, drop your name and tell us where you're from, what state you're in, because this podcast has a global mandate connected to it. And our goal is to reach the four corners of the nation with this, but we cannot do it without your support, so we really appreciate it. But before I go any further, I want to take the opportunity to express thanks to DHO Co-working. They give us this space for us to be able to come and to record our podcast, and it's a great place for us to be. So, and in this place, what they allow us to do, you can come if you want to, if you need a space where you can rent for an office or a meeting or anything like that. All of that is available. And also what you want to do is you want to reach out to this young man. His name is called Dominique. Great man, great man. They're located on 708 Elms Road in Killeen, and their number is 254-312-8599. So I just want to take the opportunity to give him a shout out to let him know that we appreciate what he's doing for us here with this Integrity Initiative podcast. So without further ado, we're going to move right along and talk about what we're going to talk about. The last time we was here last month, we talked about welcome to what's next. That was part 1 of our discussion. So we're going to pick back up where we left off. And then this time we're going to share with you strategies, as Brother Jesse said earlier, principles that you can apply, we believe, that will help you move to the next level. Because I believe that in and of ourselves, a lot of times we're kind of stuck in some areas in life we really want to move, but sometimes we don't know how to go about doing it. Yeah. Is that kind of safe to say?
There's always some challenges, especially anytime you consider change. There's always going to be some challenges or obstacles that inevitably will come before you. So it's always good that you have some type of plan in place to help you overcome those things that are in your way.
Yeah. And then if you don't, what ends up happening, you end up settling with what I call the pain of regret, and then you become a part of the coulda, shoulda, woulda club.
There you go.
Yeah. I was in that club for quite some time. I could have done.
You weren't in it by yourself, brother. if we being truly honest, I think a lot of us bought the T-shirt and have a whole closet of them.
Yeah, and as I stated earlier, each new day that we're given, I try to embrace them, that they have new opportunities and new possibilities, and we'll delve into that as we go a little bit further and everything. So I want you to start this off. So what's one of the things that we need to do in regards to moving to the next level of where we want to go?
I tell you, one of the things that, as I was pondering that question, I sat there and really really put some thought into it. And one of the things that really came to mind is simply breaking down goals into manageable tasks.
That's good.
Because I tell you, anything that you take on, some things are small. We know that. And it don't require a whole lot of thought. But 9 times out of 10, when you're talking about any significant change, it's going to be a process. Yeah. And it's easy to get caught up in the process. It's easy to get overwhelmed in the process, especially if you're not one that likes change. And you know that most of us don't like change. Yeah. But when you're considering change in your life, or like as we've been talking about, what's next, it's good that you break down those goals into manageable tasks. That way you can knock them down one at a time. Then before you know it, you start building that mental strength that'll continue to keep you persistent and continue to pursue rather than backing off and be that part of that shoulda woulda club that you just talked about.
That's good. What
do you think about that?
And with you saying that, I'm the type of person, I'm what I could define myself as a goal getter. There are people out there that are goal setters.
Just naturally.
Yeah, goal setters, but I call myself a goal getter.
What's the difference?
A goal getter is someone that goes after their goals. Come on. They don't just set them. They have a specific plan in place of how they go about doing it. And the way I go after my goals is this. I try to set my goals in what I call 10-year increments or decades. Okay. Every 3.5 years. I start with the first 3.5 years. That's my beginning. And then the next 3.5 is my mid. And then my last 3.5 is like my long range goals. So every so often I have to go back and I look at them, I revisit them, and I revise them. But what they do, they help me stay focused and they give me a sense of purpose. Give me a sense of purpose.
As being a go-getter, as you defined it, I see this next thing as really fostering a growth mindset. I think you've talked about that.
Yeah.
Finding yourself in a position where you see, again, what's next, but then before you even embark into what's next, you start looking to see what the potential challenges that may be put in place.
Yeah, and that's not always easy to recognize or identify because, again, we talked about fear in the last podcast about how fear can immobilize and fear can paralyze and it can hold you back and hinder you from doing the things which you're probably capable of doing. You're capable of doing, and people got to understand and recognize that everyone has a degree of potential. They have promise and they also have purpose. But that's difficult to see within yourself.
But in doing that, brother, we have to be self-aware.
Absolutely.
We have to have a level of self-awareness and realize what it is that's already within us. You said that we have the capability, we have the ability, but sometimes we get caught up in what other people say about us.
Why is that?
Because what others say is important to us. Or we feel that we need to keep everybody in a position to where we're liked, not understanding that whatever it is that you're about to embark on, everybody won't like. Yeah. And it's not for everybody.
Yeah. And again, we got to be careful that we don't allow someone to pigeonhole us, into a place where, this is where they believe we should be, and they'll put a tag, title, label, or limitation on us, because not only limitations of others are not so good, but self-imposed limitations are not good because we place them upon ourselves. So, and I want to move to the next point. Well, number one, I want to talk about clearly defining your purpose. And I know that if we've been living on this world long enough, we have asked ourselves this question: why am I here? What is my purpose for being here? Surely there has to be more than just getting up, going to work, going to school, eating breakfast, drinking your coffee, going to lunch, going home, eating dinner, go to bed, get back up, and you're in the daily grind of the rat race again and again and again. And you can do all of that, but still, a lot of times there's an emptiness and a void that is in our lives that need to be filled. And a lot of times when it comes to clearly defining our purpose, one of the areas that we generally start with, in which I believe is not a good area, is us.
Is what again?
It's us.
Oh, yeah.
Us.
Come on now.
I could not clearly define my purpose by starting with me. I had to start with the one that created me.
Come on now.
The one who knows me.
And what does that look like, though, Henry? Because a lot of times people don't understand that, because there are many people that are, as you stated, frustrated. They're waking up every day, and then now they're getting to the point where it's just a struggle to make it out of bed because they feel that they don't have a purpose. Yeah. But as you stated, we all have purpose within us. Anybody that understands that they are part of a kingdom, part of something greater. If you're a believer, you know that you're part of a kingdom. And in order to be part of a kingdom, you have purpose.
And see, and people, everyone from all walks of life, they have what I like to say, a sense of belonging. Everyone has a sense of belonging, a sense of belonging. And they also want to be a part of something that's greater than themselves. This is where a lot of times our purpose can't be discovered, but it's also affiliated by the people that we are around.
Oh my goodness.
That's very important that we.
And that's why we need to talk about that too. We got to watch who it is that we have around us. Because sometimes those that are closest to you become your greatest obstacles.
Yeah.
Instead of being your greatest help, they deter you from moving forward in the thing because they don't want you to move.
Yeah.
They're comfortable where they're at, so they want you to remain where they want you to be at.
Yeah, you're talking, brother.
Which makes no sense because if you're looking for change, you're looking to, again, move forward and not stay where you're at. And I believe that paralyzes a lot of people when they have that group of people that they feel that they're connected to, and they don't want to let them down. So if somebody comes at them and say, well, that's not for you, brother, they'll listen to them, and then they'll what? Inevitably, their dream or their aspiration or their desire of what's next, all of a sudden becomes the not. So it's imperative that you do place people around you that'll pull the best out of you. I know in my life, you're one of those people.
Yeah, you're one of mine too. I know you've heard this old adage before that no man is an island. And that is true. Everyone needs someone. Everyone needs someone. That's why I try to surround myself with people who I call a close circle confidants. They know who they are, and they have been identified. And they have been given a place of permission in my life that, again, if they see me acting out of pocket or they hear me say something that I shouldn't be saying, they have the permission to come to me and say, hey, you might want to take a look at that. Hey, you might want to check that out. They got that place of permission in our lives. And for us, a lot of times that's very risky because we don't want to let somebody in.
We don't want to be transparent.
There it is. You talk about that all the time.
We don't want to stand naked before anybody because we feel that if somebody really gets to know us for who we are, that they're not going to like us.
Why is that, you think?
My God. It's just something that's ingrained to us, ingrained in us, even depending on what our upbringing is. Sometimes that's engrafted in us.
Yeah.
Again, even as a young man, as a young boy being raised into a young man, there's some things that are told to us that we're not supposed to do. We ain't supposed to cry.
Right.
We ain't supposed to share our feelings with nobody. And what ends up happening is what you stated earlier. We find ourselves in an island all by ourselves, and by yourself, you can't do nothing.
Yeah. Stephen Covey wrote this book called The Speed of Trust. And then he talks about how trust is the one thing that changes the dynamics of everything in a relationship. And then he talks about the 4 cores for building trust, which are integrity, intent, capabilities, and results. And he talks about 13 different types of behaviors that accompany that. And one of the behaviors that really resonated with me when I read this book was, I think it was number 7, where he talks about being better. Not just doing better, but being better. And he had a gentleman by the name of Alvin Toffler. He coined a phrase and that really resonated with me. And I said, I really want to keep this in my remembrance. This is what he said. He said, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be someone who cannot read or write, but it will be someone who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We spend majority of our lives learning certain things and learning how to do this and learning how to do that. But I've also learned in my walk of faith and just living, unlearning is also a process as well.
And it can be difficult too.
It can be,
because whatever it is that you've learned, especially. Can we be transparent and say that even at our age, we have problems unlearning some things?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, again, we've gotten so comfortable in the way that we've been doing things, or we think the way we doing it is the right way to do it, and that's the best way to do it, and can't nobody tell us how to do it any other kind of way. Yes, sir. Which goes back to what you said earlier. Sometimes we're as individuals, we're the ones that we are our biggest obstacle.
Yeah.
To growth, to anything in our life.
The self-awareness piece, you were talking about that earlier, because again, you're with you all the time and you can't get away from you. We talked about this before. It's amazing how you can know stats about your favorite sports player You can know certain things about your favorite actor, certain things about your favorite movie star, musicians, whatever. But you know very little about yourself.
Now, do you think it's that they don't know anything about themselves, or they just refuse to let people know who they really are?
It could be a combination of both.
And then we tend to throw up that, again, I got to keep on bringing it up, that facade. And I know people are going to get tired of me bringing it up but again, it is part of our life. Because sometimes there's that area of our life that we don't want nobody to know about.
Yeah.
And we'll erect that facade, but I'll call it like this. We'll erect that wall so that people cannot see that part of a life that we don't want to see. But the danger in that is can't nobody help you if you don't expose what it is that you're dealing with. Which leads me to, again, and the people that you have, I think we coined this term blind spot catchers. Those people that you said that you've given permission to have that place of permission in your life, they can identify those things and be able to come to you in full confidence, and you not feel that you're being exposed or judged and say, hey, Henry, this is going on. I see this. You're not catching this, but me, again, as your friend, I'm going to let you know this is what's going on, and you might want to adjust.
And with you said that with understanding, number one, the motive, and number two, the intent of the person that you have granted that place of permission to, they are well-founded and that they mean you no harm. Like I said, again, it's very risky because I had to learn the important lesson that not everybody was out to get me.
Yeah.
Not everybody was out to get me. I believe that I missed out on a lot of meaningful relationships because I did not want to allow certain people in, but now I'm very discerning on who I allow in my life, and I have to be very discerning because, again, if I grant you that place, it's because I have watched your manner of living. You have shown me that you're a person that's faithful, you're a person that's capable, you're a person that's trustworthy, and watch this, and you're a person that I can take my life and place it in your hands, I know that you will guard it. Yes. And when I'm around you, I don't have to feel like I'm guarded because you have my best interest in mind.
Man,
you have my best interest in mind. And again, I don't have what I like to say a 360-degree parameter where I can see what's going on around me. But if I got the right people around me, then they can catch some things that I might miss.
There you go. And we have to be also, again, we have to be a little trustworthy in the process. And if we do, unfortunately, we have those people that have hurt us in the course of our life, that have potentially exposed some things that we probably didn't want to be exposed, and we said it in confidence, hoping that they would maintain that confidence. But even in those situations, we can't allow that one instance to dictate how we treat others moving forward, or become so guarded that we don't let nobody else in, because not everybody's after you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which moves to our next point. One of the things we can do in our listening audience, one thing we can do, ladies and gentlemen, is build and create supportive routines in our lives. Build and create supportive routines in our lives when it comes to moving to the next level. And when I'm talking about supportive routines, I'm talking about understanding and recognizing where you are investing your time, your talents, and your treasure.
Talk about it, sir.
Your supportive routines. John Maxwell wrote in his book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Powerful, powerful book. And he talks about one of the laws in it called the law of trade-offs.
What does that look like?
The law of trade-offs.
Come on now.
The law of trade-offs works like this. It's what are you willing to give up in exchange for what it is that you want?
Oh, my.
And many times we are unable to move to the next level of where we want to go. We say we want to go because we're unwilling to let go of something.
So we get caught up because it's going to cost us something, and we don't want to invest.
It's going to cost us. It's going to cost us something.
And I think that comes again with fear. Going back to one of the biggest stumbling blocks is fear. Fear will get you in a place where you think that you don't have enough to get started, or you don't have what it takes to move forward. But I promise you, if that vision has been dropped in you, and it didn't just one day just magically appear,
right?
Like you said, our Lord and Creator put that in you.
Yeah.
So if He put that in you, which He did put that in you, inevitably also He put the resources in with you.
Yeah.
It may not look the way you wanted to look. You may not have that $1 million in the bank that you think it takes for you to launch out and start a business. But surely He's giving you the basic tools to get started.
Watch it, man. Watch it. You know, and when we're talking about the law of trade-off, this is what I love about the law of trade-offs and having supportive routines. The biblical text tells us that a person's gift will make room for them.
Come on now, say it again.
Their gift will make room for them. They don't have to go make it themselves. Their gift will do it for them.
My God.
And their gift will place them.
So it ain't even about themselves. Come on
It's
now.
not even about them. And their gift will place them before great people. And what that means is this, that when you've been operating and functioning in the gift that you know that God has given you by being a blessing to others, at some point, your gift begin to serve you.
Come on now. Come on now.
Your gift begin to serve you.
Wow. And I tell you again, and nobody will see that gift unless you're willing to invest that gift, unless you're willing to work that gift.
Yeah.
We have the times, treasures, and I put the emphasis on the last one,
Absolutely.
the talents. We have a talent.
Yeah,
if you were to
absolutely.
search yourself, and that's the other thing, people don't believe that they have talents. I guarantee you talented at something.
It's something. Yeah.
I promise you talented at something.
Yeah.
You have an ability and you have the capability, you have the provision,
Mm-hmm.
and you have the vision to launch out on whatever it is that's within you to do. All you need to do is, like Michael Jordan would say, or the Nike commercial would say, just do it.
Just do it. Just do it. Because see, when we operate in our talent, you know, our talent becomes a gift. It becomes a gift. And when it becomes a gift,
Say it again.
when we operate in our talent and we be a blessing to others, it becomes a gift. You know, and when it becomes a gift, we begin to serve others, and then here's where the principle of reciprocity comes in.
There you go.
Here's where the principle, it comes back to you because your gift begins to serve you.
And like you said, your gift will make room for you.
It'll
So
do it.
whenever you
It'll
extend
do it.
that gift and you bless others, you don't know how it's going to come back to you.
You talked to me a while back about when it comes to a gift. We talked a while back about
Yes,
a
sir.
gift. You remember when we
Yes,
talked
sir.
about that?
Yes,
you know,
sir.
can you
Yes,
share
sir.
with the listening audience about, if you can remember what it was about
One
the
of the
gift?
things that I told you was this, because I tell you, I asked you what makes a gift a gift.
That's
right?
what it was, yeah.
And a lot of people honestly believe that if I wrap something up
Mm-hmm.
and I make it all pretty, right? And I go, Henry, I've been thinking about you, brother, and I want to bless you with this thing. Now, a lot of people think that that's a gift.
Right.
But in order for that gift to really be a gift, Henry got to receive that thing.
Right.
And he can't just go shelve it. He got to do something with that box or that thing that's been wrapped up. He got to what? He got to unravel it. He got to expose it.
Right.
He got to pull the layers back to get to see what it is that's inside that box, inside that container. And then it doesn't stop there because it's still not a gift. Because if Henry opens it and all he does is say, okay,
Yeah.
and he shelves it, is it really a gift?
Wow.
Because see, that gift is supposed to be profitable to the one that's receiving it.
That's good, man.
And the only way it becomes profitable is the one that's receiving it actually uses it.
That's good. That's good.
That's when it becomes a gift.
That's good.
So when we give of our gift and we extend it to others, there should be some type of reaction in the person that we're sharing that gift with.
That's good. And with you saying that, this is something that I'm learning and I'm continuing to learn. I've told quite a few of my close colleagues that walk very closely with me that when they give of their talent, they give of their talents and they give of their treasures. I'm a strong proponent of being able to recognize and value others' time when other people give of their
Yes,
time.
sir.
That I believe that at some point a reciprocity should come somewhere down the road. If they're giving it unselfishly, they're giving it willingly, not expecting anything in return. So when the Spirit of God prompts me to sow into them, you know, when they tell me, well, I don't need this, you ain't got to do it. No, learn to be a receiver.
Come on now.
A lot of times givers need to learn how to be receivers,
Yes, sir.
especially if they've been sowing in people's lives
Yes,
all
sir.
of their life, not expecting anything in return. So in the season of giving, I'm learning how to be a receiver.
And in
brother,
the process
so that
of-
God can get the glory.
And I promise you, in the process of doing that, you're extending a type of love to whoever it is that you're doing that with, and you're showing them that you're not taking them for granted.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes we have people in our life, if we're being transparent again, that will inevitably just take,
Yeah.
and nothing returns.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean that I expect something every time that I give out. But it's okay to be grateful and at least acknowledge the gift.
Yeah.
You understand what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree. That's well said. Move right along. What's the next one, Jesse, we want to share with them?
One of the things that we wanted to share with our listeners is to create a network of honorable people to hold you accountable. I can't even begin to speak enough about accountability.
Yeah.
As we've been talking, it takes a special type of person, or even a special type or a special group of people to surround you and keep you accountable.
It does, man.
Because when you start embarking in anything that is significant or anything that is going to be profitable in any form of fashion, you need somebody to stand by you to be able to continue to nudge you forward.
You really do. You really do.
Because it's easy to say, I mean, come on, let's talk about New Year's resolutions. We are so quick every year. Matter of fact, come January 1, we like today I'm gonna go to the gym.
That's what we do.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and we all pumped up. We go there day 1 and we think we doing something. Day 2, we go in there and we struggling because now we sore and we thinking, oh man, I probably shouldn't have done that. Day 3, instead of going at the time that we said we're gonna go in, now we're going a little bit later. About 2 weeks in, you like, maybe I should slow down. Then before you know it, you ain't going at all. And 9 times out of 10, that happens because you don't have a person of accountability in your life. And what does that look like? What does accountability look like?
For me, what accountability looks like is, I'm a strong proponent of character. I'm a strong proponent of character. And the reason I'm a strong proponent of character is because character, it reveals the truth of who a person really is. I heard D.L. Moody said this. He said, be more concerned about your character than you are your reputation. He said, your reputation is who people think you are. He said, but your character is who you truly are.
My God.
So again, character development is very, very important. I look for that, in people that I have that are close to me, the traits that their lives demonstrate in their interactions with others, how they relate to themselves, So again, and it's difficult to be able to recognize that in others if you can't see it in yourself.
My God.
Because that's where it starts. That's where it starts.
But if you have true accountability, true, genuine accountability, it will cause you to become accountable, I believe.
Absolutely.
I believe. Because you'll have those people in your life that know you. Not only do they know you, but they know what's in you. And they will stop at no end to get the best out of you. That's how you know who it is that you have around you. If there are people, like you said, people of good character. In the same aspect, though, we have to limit the people that we have that have access to our lives too.
That's true.
Because sometimes, like I said, not everybody's accountable like you. They may show you some accountability, but are they really accountable to you, and vice versa? Are you accountable to them?
And that's where establishing healthy boundaries, I believe, come into play. The healthy boundaries, not only do they keep you in a safe space, but they also do not allow anything to come into that space to violate your peace, your well-being, all of that, and everything. It's very, very important that we establish those healthy boundaries, and not just establish them, but you also got to enforce them.
Come on now.
So why establish a boundary if you don't enforce it? You just got it in place.
But you shouldn't enforce them with family, right?
You enforce whoever you have to enforce them with, whenever it's necessary.
Well, how about your best friend?
Whenever it's necessary.
Come on now.
Whenever it is necessary, they have to be established. Because far too often, we were talking earlier about, that there are many people out there, they're takers, but they're not givers. And givers got to learn how to establish healthy boundaries because takers don't have any.
Come on now, talk about that right there.
They don't have any.
As long as you giving, they taking.
As long as you're giving, they're fine. But the second you stop giving, they got a problem.
They gone.
So this is where you got to understand that you're not somebody's source, and you got to help them understand that.
And I promise you, when you limit that access, guess what? And you ain't got to run them away.
They'll leave
on their own. They got to go find another source, man, because you are no longer it.
Moving on to the next point, man. The next point. Listen to this one. Listen to this. I love this one. Here. Release and let go of the idea of perfection.
My God.
You got to release it and let it go. If you're waiting for perfect conditions, this is for all our listeners. If you're waiting for perfect conditions to happen, then you'll never get anything done. Never get anything. Because Many times we walk around with a fallacy that we got to have it all together. We got to have all our I's dotted and all our T's crossed, and everything got to be dressed right, dressed. We got to do all of this. No, no, no. That's the kind of stuff that holds us back. I was in my yard. The other day, and I was in my truck, and I had to go back inside the house and get my phone. So I left my truck running. I put it in park, and I put my emergency brake on. So I go in the house, and I grab my phone. And so I get back in my truck and I put my truck in drive. Mash the gas pedal. Don't go nowhere. I'm like, what's going on? So I mash the gas pedal again. It ain't going nowhere. What the? And then I look on my dashboard and I see that my brake light is on. I said, oh, my emergency brake is on. So I pull my emergency brake, put it in drive, and I take off. I ask myself the question, how many of us live our lives with our brakes on?
My God.
Holding back from something that we know we're capable of doing that's keeping us from moving to the next level.
My God. And sometimes we get so caught up being in a hurry to achieve that level of perfection.
Right.
That we miss those little ankle biters.
Yeah.
Those little small obstacles. Yeah. They're real subtle.
Yeah, I was
like
in a hurry.
You said,
today.
you jumped in that truck and you were ready to roll.
Yeah.
And you didn't think, you know what? Maybe I did set that brake. You were so caught up in where you were going, that didn't realize that you couldn't get out of park first.
Right.
You had to let that brake go.
And I believe that many of us live our lives with our brakes on, holding back, and unable to move to the next level of where we could go.
Are we conscious of those brakes, though?
A lot of times we're not. Because the LEs, the life experiences, the issues, the vicissitudes of life when they come in, life's daily challenges can come and they can cloud our view from realizing just how significantly blessed we really are.
So it's not us just not willing to move. Sometimes it's those experiences that keep us at a standstill.
It could be a
because they take our focus away from where it should be at. Right. That's just as bad as having that park brake.
It really is.
Because now instead of this way, your eyes are over here.
Right.
You're moving in this direction, or somebody's calling you to go in that direction when you already identified that you're supposed to be moving that way.
Yeah, that's good, Jesse. That's good, brother. Yeah, that's good. Share with our listeners the next one, man. That was good. I like it.
One of the things that I know you've made mention of time and time again in coffee and conversations, talking about always looking for opportunities amid oppositions.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't sound right to me, Henry. When I first heard it, whenever you first said it, it gave me cause to sit back and be like, what does my brother mean by that? Looking for opportunities amid oppositions. And the only thing that I could come up, or let me say not the only, the immediate thing that came up to my mind was when you identify opposition, what is the first thing that we normally like to do when we get caught up with an opposition or we get stopped by opposition? Many times we find ourselves just stopping. And instead of sitting down and analyzing the situation, we'll put that truck in park. We'll turn the key off and we'll walk away.
Yeah. I think I told you this before also as well, that when it comes to opposition, and opportunities, we got to understand everything's not a crisis. Wow. Everything's not a crisis. A crisis in the English language, it means danger, but in the Chinese language, it means opportunity. So we got to be able to look for those opportunities in the midst of it.
So instead of seeing the challenge that lie before us, look for a way to get around it or get through it or, again, maneuver it.
Yeah, we can navigate and negotiate our way through these things, these challenges that come, because there's always a next level ascension of where we can go and we should go. But the question is, what are we willing to let go of in order to get to where we want to go? We talked about the trade-offs earlier. And I believe we got to look deep within. We got to start looking within ourselves and see what it is that we need to do. So
there's always an internal detour waiting for us. We just need to identify it.
Absolutely. Okay. All right, bro, Jesse, you mind closing us out? We get ready to close. And for our listeners?
Yeah, I just want to, again, encourage our listeners that we have this awesome meeting with brothers called Coffee and Conversation. And I'm partial to it, man, because I tell you, every time we come together, that's just a awesome time that we have with like-minded brothers that come together, share our day-to-day journeys, the things that our life journeys, our challenges, everything that we're enduring, and we sit there for a good part of 3 hours,
Yep.
just sharing with one another, sharing our heart with one another, and allowing ourselves to be transparent so that others can not only glean from our experiences, but also help us out through the process. And we meet every third Saturday at the Golden Corral in Killeen. The time is from 9 to 12 p.m. As far as the Integrity Initiative podcast, I want to go ahead and let people know our next Integrity Initiative podcast is going to be on June 13th at 2 p.m.
Yes, sir.
I just want to, again, encourage you. If you have heard something here that you like, please not only comment, share, like, but also invite others.
Yeah, man.
Just share this with share this with friends.
Yeah.
Even again, like we were talking about coffee and conversations. Please come out.
Yeah.
You will be blessed. If you're in the Central Texas area, please come out. You will be blessed. I promise you that.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Again, as we prepare to close, we thank you guys so very much for tuning in to our Integrity Initiative podcast, and we hope that you have heard something that resonated with you, something that you can relate to, something that challenged you, something that made you consider, you know what, yes, it's time for me to get up from where I am and move to the next level of where I believe that I'm supposed to be. So hey, you have the potential. It's in you, and you can do it. You can do it. So, I just want to remind everyone, as Jesse said, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, or Spotify, and we're going to be on Apple podcast coming soon. Just type in the words "The Integrity Initiative," and we'll come up. And we just want you to like, comment, share. We're trying to reach as many subscribers as we can. So help us reach the goal that we need to reach. Okay. So again, thank y'all so very much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Jesse, you have anything you want to share before we close out?
Just look forward to seeing y'all next time.
All right, yeah, next time. Same bad time, same bad channel.
We'll be here for you.
All right, okay. You all take care, and y'all be safe out there, and God bless you.
God bless.
All right, bye.